Hey guys, welcome back for another episode of Fixaroo. As you can look around us here, we got tons of grass growing, but there's a few steps we gotta do to our lawn tractor before the season starts. So follow me to the barn and we'll take care of it. First thing you're gonna need to do is change your oil. Always keep a rag just for messes and an oil pan. Take your oil pan and place it under the drain of the tractor. Next, we're gonna release the pressure. Oh, there's no pressure. Next, we gotta take our drain plug out and drain our oil into the pan. Pull off the plug and watch the oil go into the pan. Let your machine drain for about 5-10 minutes. Once all the oil is done draining, put your cap back on. The next step here is gonna be removing the oil filter and putting a new one on. You have to make sure you have an oil pan underneath the filter because some oil will come out. Grab the oil filter, give it a good turn, and it'll break loose and drain the oil out. On certain machines, the design where the oil filter is gets a little messy. That's where the rag comes in handy. Now that our oil is done draining out of our oil filter housing, we can put the new oil filter on. You just want to go hand tight with these filters. You don't have to use a wrench to put them on. Now it's time to fill our engine back up with fresh oil. You're going to have a funnel to make it a clean job, and you're going to need a rag for your dipstick. This particular tractor takes over 1 quart, so the first quart we can just start pouring right in. With your last quart of oil, you want to make sure you get between the add and the full lines of your dipstick. Looks like we got to add more oil. We're good. It's important to change your fuel filter also for any debris that's gotten in your gas tank and try to make its way to your carburetor. Next, use your pliers to remove the clips and slide them down your lines on each side. A little bit of gas will come out. Make sure you have a rag underneath. Next, you want to install your new fuel filter. There's an arrow on it indicating which way the fuel will flow. This is your fuel pump, so you know this is the way the fuel's flowing. Slide your fuel filter on the line, do the other side, and push your clamps back on. Most maintenance kits will come with a pre-filter and an air filter. It's really important to do this so your engine stays getting fresh air. Most engines have their air filter located on the top front of your engine. They have finger nuts that you just turn to get off. Remove your old air filter. Install your fresh new pre-cleaner. Then install your new filter. Okay, the last step on our tractor is replacing the spark plugs. On this particular tractor, it has 2 spark plugs on each side of the engine. Remove the spark plug boot by pulling on it. Take your socket and remove the spark plug. Take your new spark plug and insert into the socket. Next, you want to screw it into the side of the engine. Make sure you give it a good tightening. Put your spark plug boot back on. If your particular tractor has 2 spark plugs, it's the same exact procedure on the other side. To finish our tractor off today, we're going to be taking our grease gun and greasing the front spindles to make sure our tractor stays steering smooth all season long. On the front axle of your machine, you can spot this little grease fitting. Slide your gun right on, give it a good push, And we're going to push grease into it until we see grease coming out the cracks. Well guys, thanks for joining us with another Fixaroo video. If you got any questions, put them down in the comments. See ya!